Hello everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful start to 2020. I know I am. I cannot describe the joy I felt watching the Oilers walk into Toronto and take it to the Maple Leafs. I don't really have a lot of animosity towards any NHL team. I'm indifferent to supposed rivals Calgary and Vancouver, although I do boo them because they're in the Oilers division and they're jockeying for position. My disdain for the Ducks has cooled off since it's been 2.5 years since they lost to them in the playoffs, and dirtbags like Perry and Kessler really aren't relevant in the league anymore. But one team I cannot stand is the Toronto Maple Leafs. And it's not even the team, it's the hype. Despite the fact that no team has accomplished less in the last 52 years, no team receives more love, adoration, and attention than that franchise. And in addition to that, there are numerous Toronto media members that take great pleasure in trashing the Oilers organization for their lack of success. Glass houses much? At any rate, seeing Connor score this brilliant goal, celebrate it with a cheeky finger wag at the crowd, and then share how much he loves leaving Toronto after the game basically made my year. And we're only a week in. Now, I know that in my last video I shared that I felt the team was in danger of falling right out of the playoff race. I'm not a wishy-washy fan. I explained there that I've seen the Oilers go off the rails many times before, and they don't have the forward depth to make up all the ground that they've lost. But something happened in the last week and a half that has restored my faith in the Oilers' quest for a playoff spot. And it wasn't James Neal's second hat trick of this season. Thanks, Brad. And it wasn't Leon Draisaitl finally getting his poop in a group after 3 crappy weeks. Sorry for the excrement metaphor. I've been changing a lot of diapers lately. And it wasn't even the Oilers picking up 7 of a possible 8 points in their last 4 games. It was the call-up and subsequent play of right-winger Kailer Yamamoto. Now, it's not as though Yamamoto has blown the doors off offensively. He has a modest 2 goals and an assist in 4 games, with one of those goals coming on an empty net. But there's a reason that a 21-year-old with just 26 NHL games under his belt was out on the ice to protect a 1-goal lead that late in the game. It's because the Oilers, specifically Ken Holland, has broken more than a decade-long trend of the team thrusting young players into the lineup way too early. And they're seeing the early returns of this game-changing philosophy. Now, I know Holland has his detractors. My buddy Dave is continually bringing up the Sekera bio to me. But this is one thing that he has inarguably done right his entire career as a general manager. For so long, the Oilers management group had suffered from a self-inflicted catch-22 with their prized young forward prospects. Due to poor asset management, the team would have terrible forward depth. So, the latest skilled forward to be drafted would easily make the team out of training camp. Not due to his NHL readiness, but because he was competing for a job against AHL-level talent. The player would be totally overwhelmed with the responsibility and lose his confidence. The team would crash and burn, and they would draft another skilled young forward. Rinse and repeat. I have an incredible amount of respect for Ken Holland for biting the bullet out of training camp this year. Despite mounting pressure from an angry fan base to get back into the playoffs, myself included, he risked another wasted season by sending better players to the minors to develop them properly. This was a huge risk, with McDavid and Draisaitl starving for playoff action and losing patience with the organization. Holland is on a path to do something the Oilers haven't done in about 15 years. Over-ripen their players before giving them significant roles with the team. And even when they did it then, it was thrust upon them by the NHL lockout, as Raffi Torres and Jarrett Stoll played a full season in the AHL after their rookie seasons in the NHL the year prior. Both of these guys had the best year of their career after that extra season of learning to be a pro. The difference between where Yamamoto's game was in training camp to where it is now is very obvious. And so far, it has given the Oilers a legitimate second line attack with him, Nugent-Hopkins, and Draisaitl. And that's going to go a long way in the team's playoff push. For years, I have listened to fans complain that this young guy's not ready. We need to send him down. So when I see people bitching on Twitter that the Oilers need to call up Tyler Benson, it's music to my ears. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go watch that McDavid goal a few more times. Have a great day, everybody.